Stefano has to have a big result in this first game.
So both these teams are setting up fairly similar. De Gea in goal, Marcelo, Ramos, Ferdinand and Walker, exactly the same defence, all playing 4-2-2-2. There is a difference in midfield, both playing Hullet, but there is Pogba, 94 Pogba for Desari, favours that one, whereas it's Vieira for Pina. Up front, of course, you've got Messi on one side for Desari, Neymar on the other for Pina, both using Henry, R9 and CR7. Of course, this is the FIFA Ultimate Team Mode. They are the teams, and of course, we'll see how it plays out. There is a big advantage, as you mentioned, but it is Stefano Pina on the first attack.
Thought there was going to be a foul whistled in there. We can see in the top right there, Mr. Desari calling for an early pause here. So maybe wanting to change a couple of things within his settings. But it was Pina right from the kickoff who got right up to MS Desari's box, but no further on than that one. And of course you see both of these players' hands slightly different grip that they have on each of these controllers. Everyone has their own style.
Yeah, the claw grips is one of the common that is used. Obviously needing to use both L1 and L2, R1, R2, etc., etc. I can tell you coming into this game, there was a practice match I witnessed backstage. Desari was, you know, he found a poor training partner, really, in all honesty. Nicholas, he's done a few things this year. I can tell you Desari won that game, but it could be Pina who will break the start. Goal, it's going to go for a corner to Stefano Pina, but it's Desari making a couple of changes.
Yeah, and it's going to be camera settings for him, by the looks of things. Just
making it good for us, really.
Huh?
Making it better for us.
Absolutely. Just making sure that he's as comfortable as possible here on technically what is his away console on the PlayStation. We'll see how much that shows through in his game. Of course, it is a corner here for Stefano Pina. Looks like he's going to float this one straight in. Front post is the usual target. This time it's the defender that gets there first, though.
So, will Desari get the ball out of his own box? He will do. Start his own attack. Try and build it. He's scored 70 goals throughout this tournament. Incredible stats, really. Stefano Pina, just the 54, but obviously it's what you do with them. It's all well and good smashing someone, but really you're only going to get 3 points or victory from the win, no matter how many you score. Let in. So, Desari represented Saudi Arabia in the green as he pushes forward. Pogba through to Ronaldo. Gets a chance, but it's blocked out. It's going to be actually Tel Aviv, wasn't it? It was just an awful shot, Joe.
Yeah, just going out for the goal kick there. And you were talking about goals. MS Desari, first quarter, round of 16 game, 5-1 he won that. 9-4 and 8-3. This is not a guy that skims by with a 1 or 2 goal advantage. This is a guy who puts a lot of goals in and defends incredibly well as well.
Absolutely. And of course, going through second in his group. Shot blocked out once again by Ramos, whereas Desari topped out his group. Desari on the attack once again. Quickly won back though. CR7, Pina getting involved and has had the lion's share of possession so far, something he didn't have in his semi-final against Marcuso. Very much one way for that, but this is going to be a chance. Oh, big save from De Gea, deflects off for a corner.
Yeah, taken short here almost instantly from Stefano Pina. No real options going forward. Oh, that's a dangerous ball though. No offside. Ronaldo was still in his own half. It's a 1v1 with the keeper. De Gea's come out and he's got it. Can you believe it? A golden opportunity for MS Desari to take the lead.
I am absolutely gobsmacked first of the mistake and the through ball, and you get a one-on-one like that, it's a done deal. At this level, the amount of goals they've scored in those high-pressure situations, you just feel that, you know what, mentally that may actually affect Desari. Pina, of course, could be thinking, I got away with this. He's got to be taking that and thinking, right, that was the risk, that was the mistake. I've got that out of my system. 28 minutes gone, time to get scoring. I'm on my home console. He's not, you know, not an experienced Xbox player. Hasn't used the controller much. It's just going to be a default controller for him. Will be a little stiff to start with. He's going to get a chance, and he needs to start scoring goals here on the PlayStation.
Can't Still can't believe that MS Dasari didn't take that chance. Keeper brought right out, legs to it first. Already 30 minutes gone in this one, goalless so far. Here is Ronaldo, both Cristiano and the Brazilian Ronaldo linking up at the front. Couldn't quite do what they wanted to with it there though. And now it's MS Dasari back with things. In theory, a draw, a 0-0 even would probably be fine for him coming off the PlayStation and then onto his home console. And I think that Spencer made a really important point that if we do go into extra time and penalties, that will be played obviously on the second console. So MS Dasari, technically, if he goes that far, should have a little bit of an advantage there as well.
Yeah, and he has been fairly unstoppable on the Xbox. Did get beaten at once in the groups. There's a chance. This time he will take it! And Masado Dasari will go 1-0 up against Stefano Pino on the PlayStation.
Well, already missing one-on-one chance with the goalkeeper. Not going to make that mistake a second time. And he is 1-0 up. There you can see the prize money, $400,000 in total. A staggering $250,000 goes to the winner of this game. And so far, it's MS Dasari that has stamped his mark on it, picking up that first goal. Stefano, home console, has to go in at least level, you feel?
Well, you look at the semi-final, you saw Stefano Pina had to come back from 2-0 down in that matchup. Did manage to get, by hook or by crook, a missed penalty, a crossbar hit, a last-minute goal save. There was so many chances that just didn't go in his favour. This time it's, though, Dasari once again didn't have the support he needed in the box. Couldn't lay that ball across, and Pina gets back on the possession, has to try and get something as half-time approaches. Neymar gonna lose the ball out here. 2 minutes extra time in the first half, Joe.
I've seen Pina obviously playing his back line a little bit further forward. I'm assuming that's gonna settle back a little bit now after that earlier scare. There is Pogba for MS Dasari. Ronaldo now on the edge, managed to turn on the left here though. Manages to get down in time. They'll shove it wide. It's the corner again for MS Dasari.
Scored a few of these, didn't he, in the semi-finals? Quick inside post flick on, he's going to try it again. De Gea gets a big paw to it, and it's cleared.
Not out of danger just yet, though. Marcelo now moving forward. There is Pogba, tries the ball on through. Got a lucky deflection. There's Ronaldo again on the inside of the box, but it was Ramos who got that, and as he moves away, half-time going to be whistled in. And it is 1-0. There are the statistics. 2 shots for MS Dasari, 2 on target, of course, 1 of them going in. 3 shots with all 3 on target for Pino, but no goal, and that's a very similar scenario to his semi-final where he had more chances and just couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, and if you were to look at the clear-cut chances, obviously you'd have to look at Dasari. Had that big through ball. Let's have a look at the highlights. It started off, Pina really put a lot of pressure down early on. Quick deflection, Marcelo throwing himself in front of it there to prevent the early goal. You can see Pina, he knows what it means. He missed chances in that semi-final and got away with it. This time, big save from De Gea. Could have deflected. We've seen them going in the goal. But here, look at this. A mega chance for Dasari early on, but De Gea flying out the box. And that could have easily made it 2-0.
That would have been a disastrous start for him. As it happened, though, of course, was another one-on-one with the keeper. This time, he made no mistake about it. And that brings MS Dasari 1-0 at half-time in the lead. With 45 minutes to go on his away console. If he can hold on to this, what a fantastic start that would be.
Well, Stefano and Masado Dasari both have coaches, friends, supports, everybody that just offers them, just calm the nerves down, just keep them focused. If you look at the stats, Pina had more shots. We talked about this in the game against Marcuso, and he just has to do the same. It's working, you just need to squeeze that goal in. Just the final last shot. He has the chances. Let's see if he can make the difference.
And of course, it is MS Dasari to kick off in the second half. playing things slow. Pina been behind a good few times. That hasn't seemed to have phased him before. But will the added pressure of the crowd here, the trophy just in vision on his left-hand side, that could make it all the more difficult.
He was pushed to extra time in the semi-finals when Marcuso had to go the distance. It was the 112th minute that goal went in. This time, though, he's got to get the business done on the PlayStation. But it is MS Dasari that will score once again in the second half. A big old header coming out from R9. The double Ronaldo duo celebrating. And it's a header, just floats past De Gea into the net.
Yeah, 52 minutes in, that was a whole 7 minutes of possession in game from MS Dasari from the kickoff. Played it patiently, managed to get himself into a crossing position. Of course, the header to slot it home. And now Stefano Pina.
He's got
a job to do. He has got to get going. 55 minutes in, he's had the chances, but finds himself goalless, 2-0 behind.
We have had in the history of obviously these cross-console finals that have been happening for the last 2 years some really big turnarounds as the opposing player will go on to his opposing console, you know, something that he hasn't usually played, and then go on and score massive amounts. You know, Marcuso in the Club World Championships last year for Bromby, just that. There's been moments, so let's not write him off just yet, because there's a long way to go in this game. We're only at the 60-minute mark of the very first matchup. There is a full 90 minutes to be played out on the Xbox, but you really could do with a bit of a lifeline, you feel, here on the PlayStation, to get himself just that early goal, something to work it. Give him that little bit of belief, if anything, Joe.
So far, he's just not having a lot of possession. There's a great ball on through. Pompa and Ronaldo to link up. He's going to take the shot. Defender sliding in, got in the way of it, though. And now for Stefano Pina. Feel needs to have some time of his own with the ball, settle any nerves, and build up to a chance. There's Henry. There's Vieira and Hullet. His partnership in the middle of the park. Finding it difficult to actually get in there. There he finally does get it through. Oh, R9 almost made it through for the turn. Sergio Ramos, though, as per usual, there to annoy.
A good sign, though, for Stefano Pina, getting some good, clean passing around. That's how he managed to get himself back into it against Marcuso. Started to just get a control of the game, get a little bit of that possession back, just keep the passing going until you can work the openings. And it was very close there. That was just a last-ditch tackle that stopped it. He's got to make sure he can keep his back line clear. Kyle Walker steps in, Henry back over to him. We saw a lot of this, a lot of the switch of play, left to right, switch the wings, stretch the game, work your magic, and just pull the players towards you and create those openings in the middle.
That's exactly what Stefano Pina is going for here. Man up on the top side, had a bit of space there. Pina has already cued a pause for the next time the ball goes out of play. That may well be not for a little while. Not had a big chance here in quite a few minutes. Of course, Pina just losing that ball once again. He's the one chasing. No pressure on Dasari to really be pushing.
Yeah, he's building up the possession of his own here. Probably expect to see something like Mbappe coming on. Couple of changes maybe. Just don't think he's got Messi on the pitch either yet, Stefano Pina, so maybe have him come on. Oh, that's a mistake from Dasari. 12 minutes to go in this game in regulation time, along with just a few minutes of extra time. Marcelo looking to maybe pump it down the wing. He's being pressured all the way back to his own half here. As big Rio Ferdinand pulls it up to Hullet. Hullet on Hullet. Oh, and he's lost out. Saudi Arabian, Al Masari, just getting himself back into this one. And if he could steal another goal and make it 3-0 going over to the Xbox, it would be so much work for Stefano Pina to do.
Playing the possession game at the moment, though. As they will actually get that one brought back for advantage. And finally, Stefano Pina,
20 minutes later.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he called in for that one at 65 minutes or so.
So there we go.
Messi on. Minutes on the clock when it goes through.
Actually, Hazard on for Messi and Neymar coming on for Emas Desari. Meanwhile, Son and Mbappe and Messi all coming on for Stefano Pina. So big attacking changes. Stay in the tactic, 4-2-2-2. Both players holding the same shape.
A goal has to come for Stefano Pina. Going 2-0 down onto Desari's home console. One that you're not as accomplished as your opponent at is a difficult position to be in. $250,000 on the line. The trophy, the first name to be engraved on it as well. There's something special about that in its own.
Big support there for Masad Al-Desari, his family sat waiting by his brother there, who was behind him when he won back in Whistler in 2017 as well. Obviously very accomplished player in FIFA, only a teenager still, Joe. It's scary really to think of, but both these players, both very young. Because FIFA has a wide spectrum of ages of players, obviously Dito being the oldest here so far, champion way back in 2006. It makes me feel a little more lively. It is Al-Desari now with the ball and 6 minutes remaining in regulation time. Trying to push forward. Can he pick up a third goal here? That looks like it's just offside. It is. It's going to give the ball to Stefano Pina. He's got 5 minutes to do something with it.
Well, the build-up has taken so long in this game for both players, honestly. Not very direct.
Oh my word, that's
two of them down there. Advantage was given, but you can see being pressured even at the back, making it more difficult for Stefano Pina to get in. Finally a run for Mbappe, maybe? No, I think he's even walked that out himself. Possession away to Emas Desari. Big ball down the line for him as well, in towards Ronaldo. He's got Holly on him. He will just put that back, stays in as well. So Emas Desari playing over distance. There's a lot of space on that top side. 2 minutes added on. And that means that this one is either a goal for Emas Desari in the dying moments, or it ends at 2-0. It's Hullet to take the shot into De Gea, who will throw it out there. And there is the final whistle here on the PlayStation. Emas Desari will lead 2-0.
Dominant stuff. We know he's an accomplished player on both Xbox and PlayStation, Emas Desari. He played across consoles a number of times as well. The experience paying in the first leg here, but it's not over. The Xbox console match will be coming up. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from that game, of course. 2-0.
His fate, that it were written in the stars for Desari to be walking away from London with a quarter, I should say, of $1 million in his bank account. But here we go, second leg on the Xbox One.
And 2 goals needed for Stefano Pina on his away console. I think if you look back to the FIFA Club World Cup, decided play on PlayStation there when he was teamed up with the Royal. At his old team, in fact, before he did mean to Team Rowe. This is the second leg.
And as Chu said, both players playing that 4-2-2 that literally only changes between the two sides is Desari's using Pogba, the '94 Festival of Football, and Lionel Messi, Team of the Year, in his team. Stefano Pina, Vieira and Neymar in those positions. Everything else identical between the two players.
On paper, you would say that Emas Desari, yes, he's on his home console. He's played even better today. What we see from champions usually as the tournament goes throughout, they get better and better as we go game by game through the knockout stages. But there's no reason why Stefano cannot go and get a result, or at least get himself back in this game.
Well, he has to high press from the start. He has to get a goal back. If he gets a goal back early, we've got a real good final on his hands. If Desari can get 1-2 goals and really put this game out of Pina's reach, can't see any way back on his away console as well. I'm not sure how much experience he has on the Xbox One,
Well, it could have been 3 or 4 last game, that chance so early on when MS Desai found himself in so much space, one-on-one with the keeper, who brought David De Gea. Just about survived that one, did Stefano Pinner. As MS Desai comes forward again, tried to feed that one to Paul Pogba. And unfortunately, for him, it will fall back to David De Gea.
Yeah, lovely little interchange from Desai, looking to get Pogba in behind. Runs all the way through to David De Gea, and he's going to play out from the back. As you see a lot of players do, they don't like to waste the ball, they don't like to pump it long and have the opportunity to lose the header.
This could be interesting. R9 Ronaldo, killer ball through to Neymar. Just pushed off it.
Offside,
no, offside anyway. But I think coming throughout this tournament, a lot of people have said this about Stefano, you know, on paper, not one of the favourites that came into the competition, but still, one of the best 32 players in the world. Again, people could be doubting him right now on this away console, thinking maybe he can't do it, maybe, you know, it's not possible. He's proved enough people wrong. Yeah,
people doubting him from the start of the competition. Probably a lot of people didn't actually think he'd get out of the groups. He made it to the quarterfinals in Amsterdam, and here he is in the grand final. Even said he's... Look at the controls there. You can see the grip that Desari's got. Very comfortable. Pina looks a little bit foreign to that Xbox One controller.
And we always see MS Desari, whether this is in, of course, the grand final now, but before, he always has a good first leg. It's important to him to score a few goals. I think I was looking at some stats come into it. Scores 3 goals a game. That's his average, 3 goals a game, but he does concede a few as well.
Yeah, he does. I think the Kurt game in particular, when he took that 5-3 lead into the second leg, that was massive for him. It meant that in the second leg he could play this same sort of style right now. Keep the ball, keep possession.
And if Desari can hold on to this, he'll be $250,000 richer, and the first name on that FIFA E World Cup new trophy designed for this year. The best player out of 20 million from all around the world.
Threaded through ball down the line, decides to play into feet instead. Not rushing anything at the minute, Pina.
Seeming quite confident though as he comes forward with Cristiano Ronaldo. And really good defenders. One thing I'm noticing from MS Desari is he's changed his play style a little bit. Happy to maybe sit a little bit deeper, keep the ball in the right areas. Because he knows that he's got 2 goals, he's in front.
A carbon copy of the Kurt game, really just kept the ball in that second leg for the majority of the match. He had a 2-goal cushion going into that game as well.
Omri, Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench.
Chance.
Omri again, that's 3-0. And MS Desari is even closer to becoming a world champion in London.
Thierry Henry, fantastic low driven across the goalkeeper into that, playing that right attacking mid spot. It means he doesn't have to cut inside, he can just shoot straight across the goalkeeper. Probably the best way to score this year, when you are one-on-one on an angle. If you shoot and the keeper saves it, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get that rebound to your striker, but no rebound needed for Desari. A third of this game completed, takes his lead to 3-0.
You got to say, Stefano must feel a little bit deflated now. He came into this game, he needed to be confident, he needs to come out from the block from the start, and that goal would have not helped him at all.
Can he bounce straight back?
That's what's key. The best players can do that.
No, he cannot.
You can see Stefano there just getting a little bit agitated with what's going on the screen, not too happy. Needs to stay focused. There's still a long, long time for him to get back in this game. You saw the match yet against Marcuso. Went to extra time, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a super tight game, that one as well. Late winner from Stefano, knocking out the Manchester City man.
Desari again now. Cristiano Ronaldo into it. All the time in the world on the edge of the box. He's happy just to play out wide and try and bring others into attack.
Desari's been fantastic since probably ESWC, where we first saw him this year.
It's got better and better, and I think a few players were asking who you practicing against. Main just says his coach. I'm sure the rule will be in there as well. Yes, there are different consoles, but we can see now that MS Desari can play on both.
Yeah, seems very, very comfortable on his preferred console, which is the Xbox, but on that PlayStation 4, put on a clinic against Stefano.
Here he comes again, Pogba.
Just see, so happy
to keep possession. Play left, play right. Look like you're going to attack, then just do it all again. And that leaves questions to Stefano. Do I go and press that ball? Do I pull out a man from my defence? He's going to try and get through there. Oh no.
Wow, that could have been disastrous for Stefano at the back. 64% possession on the 40th minute Desari had. remarkable stats to be able to keep the ball.
Since that goal went in as well, Richard, that Stefano
looks a little bit deflated.
Seems a little bit... He's lacking confidence. Anytime there's to believe in himself, I think there's a little bit of hope. This is it. The biggest stage in the O2 Arena. The two best players in the whole world on this FIFA 18 competitive season. And we're in half-time, nearly. Added time of 2 minutes. Stefano try and defend this one. Get yourself into half-time. Have a word with your coach. And maybe make something to change. Go through at the back occasionally.
Desari is probably about 6 minutes away from winning $250,000. You can see his family
the
there.
Flags are out. I think it's great you said there. 6 minutes of FIFA time. Anyone that's listening from home or wherever you listen to, you're thinking, oh, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Hold out a 3-0 lead, but the stoppage is in that as well. The stage that we're playing on, thousands of people here. And these were the highlights from that game. It was only 1 goal that was scored, and this was it. Watch that run from Thierry Henry. Went low driven, and I'll make it 3-0 there.
Yeah, just looking at Desari on the stage as well, he looks really relaxed. Very comfortable right now. It's 3-0 up, and Pina looks a little bit like a defeated man at this point.
It's safe to say the UK crowd here at the O2 Arena are loving him as well. MS Desari. But there's still time. There's still a half. Just got to believe. And what do you think his coach will be saying to him right now?
Desari's or Stefano's?
Stefano.
You saw a change from him. I think he went 3-4-2-1. He's got 45 minutes left of FIFA 18 as competitively this year. This is the final game. He's still in that 4-2-2. I would have changed personally. What's wrong with, if you're going to lose, you may as well lose going out fighting, not carry on playing a 4-2-2 and just get defeated.
And of course, that's the trophy new for this year. 20 million, or probably even more, wanted to get their hands on that trophy. It was made specially for this tournament. It'll be the first name on the FIFA World Cup trophy as well at the O2 Arena. And it just speaks, volumes how fast this esport is moving.
The last time Saudi Arabia was successful in the FIFA Interactive World Cup as it was then, 2015 in Munich.
Mr. Dunn it was. Against Julian Dasseville in Munich, as you mentioned. And now it's rebranded as the FIFA World Cup, and it's a new trophy. Imagine being that first name on there, for how long this competition lives on. The first name on that trophy.
History. We are watching history unfold right now at the O2.
It's being made right now. Or if Stefano Pina got himself back, I'm sure that would be a historic final comeback, if it can happen.
Yeah, you'd be playing it for years to come if Stefano can turn this game around.
And what has the Belgian got for us? Recently just signed for PSV as well. Had such a good year. So is MS Desari. Manchester champion. Played in a few other tournaments as well. Got to the SWC in Paris.
Club World Cup in Paris as well.
And now he's here on the big stage. And he's thriving off the crowd. Just happy to score more and more goals. Stefano needs to get that ball. Get hold of it. Get himself a goal as soon as possible. Just to put out a little bit of hope in his mind to think, right, I can get back in this game. There is still hope for me.
Just looking at the way Desari is as well.
Vieira.
Elbows on the armrest, looks very, very comfortable. When he's playing at a desk as well, he likes to put his elbows on the desk. He's always happy
as well, isn't he? He's always smiling. Stefano Pina, R9, just rushed the shot a little bit there. He's got a lot of space if he wants to use it. Again, though, I think he's just rushing his chances. Yeah, look at him, he's getting visibly frustrated as well. He knows that time is slipping away. And this comeback is slowly, the chance of it happening, slowly decreasing. The pause has been cued by MS Desari.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a formation change from Desari as well. Maybe switch into a 4-3-3 second variation. We know he likes that.
Coming a little bit more defensive, maybe, that will work for him. Oh, he saw the idea there.
And then also as Stefano Pina is coming forward, going attacking, ultra-attacking. If he's playing with a 4-3-3, then wide players are going to get in time and time again out wide. And that's where the game really does get killed off.
Well, nearly 15 in-game minutes gone already. No goals scored. We will go into a pause as well for both of these players. We're expecting a change, maybe defensively for MS Desari. And why wouldn't you when you're 3-0 up?
Really late tackle there from Ruth Hullett.
And we can see Stefano as well.
So we're seeing the changes here into that 4-3-3 second variation, as we thought it would be, from MS Desari press back line. Drift wide for him, and he's also reducing them custom tactics down as well. You see what a venue the O2 is, Brandon.
It's great as well that so many people have come out as well to watch this huge final. The only change for Stefano Pinner, we shall see any second now, but it's certainly a potential impact substitution.
Yeah, he had a massive impact at the World Cup, killing Mbappe coming on, the 97 rated Mbappe. And we still staying in that 4-2-2 is Stefano. The 4-3-3 swap has been made by MS Desari.
The change as well, Richard, for MS Desari. He loves to do it, and I can see why. Brings on a fresh Vieira around this time in the game, just to drop into that CDM role.
Just anchor in front of the defence, just move left to right, interceptions, the aggression that he needs. He's got the pace, the physicality as well late on in the game. A fresh Vieira, it's a great tactical change. And also Hazard, 99, and Suarez, 99, both festival football items that really changed up the meta in the game. They've added another couple of players that you can really play with in that attacking third.
Vieira back to Neymar. This is Stefano Pinner now, trying to turn the edge of the box, nearly. You saw the idea there.
Yeah, the luck's just not gone with Stefano, has it? On another day, that might rebound to his striker. This time it seems as though it's all with MS Desari as he clears his lines.
It's positive though from Stefano. They really need to take that chance, because as you can see, he's not going to get many of these chances against Desari. Very good defensively. Happy to keep the ball in the right areas. Stefano will be pulled out of position. Gaps will appear behind. Next thing you know, could be MS Desari 4-0, 5-0. But as you said, Richard, there's no harm of going out and attacking and saying, all right, I tried this, I tried that.
And if memory serves me correctly as well, in 2015, I believe it was 3-0, that Mr. Dunn won as well. So maybe that's the magic scoreline for Saudi Arabia.
It was indeed. Paul Pogba. Stefano needs to get on this ball. Desari will just strike again. He's waiting for his time to find that little gap. Vieira into it nearly. This could be a chance. Maybe a chance. Ronaldo, one-on-one against De Gea.
It's a heavy touch
there. An extra heavy touch. The timing of the keeper as well was key.
Yeah, really, really well done from Desari. Brought out the keeper. Forced him to make that decision. He either had to dink it or try and take it past him, and neither of them two things.
That's two chances, Richard.
Are that efficient this year. Everything has gone Desari's way.
And he has played well. He's been very clever. Always changing his play style. Always making a change with his formation or key players that he likes to bring on. That Vieira that he brings on every time, and that CDM is working wonders.
Well, having that plan A, plan B, plan C, we've seen him switch into a 4-4-2 second variation as well.
Pogba now to make it 4-0.
He's got different options in his locker that he can bring on. Probably being the best Xbox player this year.
It's crazy.
Definitely since April.
It's crazy to think that MS Desari is about a minute and a half away from winning $250,000.
Huge money. Life-changing sums of money.
And he'll be the best FIFA player from this season. First name on the FIFA E-World Cup trophy. He's coming again, he wants another one. Suarez into Hullins! Get that name on the trophy! MS Desari!
Yeah, great goal. You see the favourite owner coming out from him. Runs down the line, cuts inside Ronaldo. Into Suarez, little back heel into Ruud Gullit, and that seals the game. Signed, sealed and delivered. MS Desari.
Such a mature performance in this final of such big stakes. You know, it's so hard not to think about that huge prize, that huge trophy, the status that will come with winning this tournament. But that is where you have to look back at Manchester. You have to look back at key points in this FIFA 18 competitive season and then ask why. Why is he there? Why is he playing like this?
Because he's a winner. He knows what he needs to do to get over the line.
He have to say, Stefano has kept many doubters quiet this tournament. To be the second best or the best PlayStation player is a huge achievement. You saw last time Dito, he came second, went and signed for Manchester City. Of course, Stefano's already signed for PSV. And one of the best Belgian players.
Well, he's the best PlayStation 4 player in the world right now. He made it to the grand final in this cross-console final with MS Desari. Just a little bit too good for him.
And it's a great story, MS Desari. Brought his family over all the way from Saudi Arabia. They've been here supporting him all the way, brother, cousin, the list goes on.
We said we were going to give the trophy to him as a gift. That shows the sort of man that MS Desari is. Joked about it before, build this man a statue. I can guarantee that statue is getting put up right now in Saudi Arabia.
And you can imagine as well at home, the support he'll be receiving. He always gets a lot of support on the stream. Seconds away now. He will be a champion in London. MS Desari, $250,000 and your first FIFA E-World Cup champion. History is made in London.
And a deserved winner as well. 2-0, 2-0 the scorelines. There was nothing lucky about the game. He knew what he had to do and he did it, and he's getting a standing ovation from this crowd at the O2.
What a final and a typical celebration of Desari. Saw it in Manchester. He is a champion, a world champion, let's remember. And as you said, commiserations to Stefano Pinner. Fantastic tournament for that man. Should be so proud of himself. So far, he's done so well this year.
Yeah, it looked like just one game too far for Stefano Pinner. He didn't have what it took in the end to compete with MS Desari, both on the Xbox and then on the PlayStation 4. But back to the winner. What a year it has been for him.
An incredible year for the Saudi Arabian, who performed well in Manchester, performed well in a number of tournaments this year, and then to round it off this year.